up? Tyler with the Reviews here, talking about yet another show. This one happened in Reading, Pennsylvania. It was Children of Bodom. I'm gonna butcher this. Eluveitie. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but you probably get what I'm saying. Revocation and Threat Signal. It happened at the Reverb. The Reverb is like a new venue in Reading, and I have to say it's probably the nicest venue I've ever been in. It's so clean. It has a lot of freaking room in it. A huge bar area, like a few lounge areas with like couches and tables and stuff. It was cool. I have to say it's like a venue that somebody might know. It was probably the Sonar down in Baltimore. It really reminded me of that in a way, sort of. But it was a cool venue. I would definitely go back there. But anyways, on to the bands. Honestly, Children of Bodom was the one that I wanted to see least. But I'll start with Threat Signal. I love Threat Signal. Love their new album. I love their old stuff. I've recently really gotten into them, and I listen to them a lot anymore. I love the singer's voice. I love the hooks that their songs have. Just some heavy parts. Their guitarists, both of them really just shred. And they were perfect tonight. The vocalist sounded perfect. His cleans were spot on. His screams were great. The only problem I really have is that when they use backing tracks, like when they're playing a solo, that in the studio version is there's a harmonized part. So they play the backing track to it to make it sound like studio. The backing track was like way too loud. You couldn't even hear the actual guitar player playing his part because the backing track was loud. Their sound was slightly off in a way. Like, I guess they weren't perfect, but they were near perfect, I'll say that. They really, really impressed me. Definitely a good way to start the show. Next was Revocation. Revocation's also a band that I've sort of gotten into recently. The recent album, Chaos of Forms, is fantastic, I think. This band is talented. They play a really, like, weird breed of metal. Like, I'm not even going to try to, like, put it in a genre, because it's just, like, it's different. But their performance was fantastic, too. They played 3 or 4 songs. I think it might be 4 from the new album. Could be wrong. They played a few old ones. They played this instrumental, and the singer was kind of funny, and he was like, "Imagine this being a song about Vikings," and he went on this thing about Vikings, and then he's like, "It's like Skyrim, but the dragons have tits." It made me laugh. You're probably not laughing right now, but it made me laugh because I'm stupid. But the guitar player shreds. The lead singer, guitar player, he just shredded everybody's ass off. The drummer is tight. Bassist rocks. This is just a tight band with extremely unique riffs. Solos, I think their solos are just awesome. Like, they'll go from playing some like badass riff, and then they'll solo in like this major key, and it'll just sound like they're playing some like rock song or something. It's just this really unique solo for the type of music that they play. I don't know. I love it. But yeah, they were good. They were definitely another highlight of the night, another strong band that came on and just rocks their pits. When I think it was Dismantle the Dictator was freaking nuts. And then the last song that they played, shoot. It's off their new album, but it's not coming to me right now because it's like 12 o'clock in the morning and I'm really tired. But the pits for that were pretty large too. Next was, I'm going to butcher this again, and I'm only going to say it one more time, Eluveitie. I don't know how to say it. If you could tell me how to say it, I'd love you. I love this band. They're like a folk metal band. Folk metal band from Sweden. Oh my god. Their performance was freaking unreal. It was so breathtaking and beautiful and aggressive all at the same time. This band plays some beautiful music. Yeah, they have some simple riffs, don't get me wrong. They don't have the most complex music, but they had the most breathtaking performance. They had, like, the other instruments that they use, like violins and flutes and bagpipes and all that stuff, that you could hear them clearly. They sounded great. The female vocals were spot on, and the lead singer was angry. I'll say that. He was on it. He sounded perfect compared to the studio. This band just sounded so good. Like I said, it was breathtaking really watching this stuff. Watching this really beautiful and just flat out epic music being played. You know, the little like intricate flute parts being played, and the lead singer and the other flute player, I believe it's flutes that they use, just like harmonizing. It was beautiful. Overall their sound was good, and surprisingly they had like 8 members and they got on so quick. It really shocked me how quick they were on. You know, the drummer was tight. You know, they were actually pretty sort of mobile for not having much of a stage because of how little or how much members there are. But they stole the night. Like right there, my night was made. Like they're the band that I went there for mostly. Also, I mean, I went for Revocation Threat Single, but this is the band I really wanted to see the most. I love this band. I can't wait for the new album. They played a new song that they said it was their first time playing on the tour. I didn't catch what it was called, but it was cool. And they played Meet the Enemy from their upcoming album coming out at the end of February. But after that was Children of Bodom. These guys really disappointed me. They were just weak, I thought. Like, they played good songs that, you know, I enjoy, but they didn't have the ass behind it to really back it up and just, you know, come out and hit you or amaze you. Honestly, no offense, and I'm not trying to offend Children of Bodom fans and hardcore Children of Bodom fans or whatever, but this band is highly overrated in my opinion. Everybody like creams all over this band. Even like they say their older stuff, and I agree that their older stuff is a lot better than their newer stuff, but I just think this band's highly overrated. I enjoy listening to them every once in a while, but I can't get into them as much as other people do. They played like 4 or 5 songs from their new album. Their new album does not cut it for me. Their new album is boring as hell, and it really showed it when they played those songs live. They were boring as hell. The crowd was kind of dead for those songs, but when they played the old songs, 6 Pounder, you know, Hate Crew Death Roll, those songs, they were good. Alex Leho, I think that's how you say his last name. He did good. Every solo, sort of in a way, sounded the same to me. It ended the same with him doing a dive bomb. Every keyboard solo they have sounds exactly the same. But they were okay. I really expected a lot more from them. I expected them to just overall put on a good show, even though they're not really my favorite band. But they just really disappointed me. They just kind of bored me. But yeah, this show was cool. Tour just started, so go check it out. You'll have a lot of fun if you like these bands. Eluveitie will steal the show. Revocation will shred your ass off. Bodom will bore you, and Threat Signal will amaze you. Good show. I'm glad I went to this. Yeah. Next show will be up at the end of this week, so be on the lookout for that. I'm out.